Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you the truth about selling your home, and it's something that agents don't want you to know about. So it doesn't matter if you're thinking about selling your home soon or in the future in a few years. It's something you're going to want to check out. Again, it's something that homeowners don't know about, and definitely most agents, or if not all agents, don't know about, and the few that do don't want you to know the approach they're taking and why they're not taking this approach, which in my opinion is a much better approach. But we'll get to that here in a few minutes. Let's jump into the market news here for week 11 for Cincinnati real estate. My name is Patrick Grosser. I'm with Fathom Realty, and whether you're a buyer or a seller in this market, or you're just generally interested in what's going on, we're going to take a look at some of the numbers this week compared to the same week last year to see how things are shaping up for buyers and sellers. That way you understand going forward, if you're buying or selling, where your leverage is, where the advantages and disadvantages are in the market, and how you should approach buying or selling right now. First of all, new listings this week compared to the same week last year are down 23%. That's very discouraging because inventory is already very low historically. We will see in a minute here that it's ticked up recently, but with new listings being down compared to last year, that's bad news. Of course, closings are also down 17% compared to last year. That reflects the overall activity in the market. That's also bad news for sellers and buyers, and agents, of course, too, selfishly, because if there's less activity going on in the market, of course, there's less business going on. There's fewer closings. Average sale price is up 16%. That's great news for sellers. We've seen double-digit growth week to week for quite some time now. We don't expect that to continue forever, but certainly at least for the next year or so, as inventory is super low. Unless inventory can catch up with demand, I expect to see that sort of growth week to week. Average days on market is down 47%. That's a higher number than we've seen in recent weeks, but it's more in line with what we've seen historically in the last few months. So compared to last year, homes are selling almost 50% faster. And also inventory, like I mentioned, is at historic lows, but in recent weeks it's actually ticked up from below 2 months of inventory to 2.3 months of inventory. So that may not sound like much, but every little bit is helping buyers to have a little bit more choice. Sellers don't need to worry because inventory is still super low. In order to have equilibrium in the market, which means buyers and sellers have equal leverage in negotiations, you would have to be at 6 months of inventory. So we're about 3.7 months short of that. I don't think that's we're going to reach equilibrium anytime soon. I think it's going to be a seller's market for years to come here, unless something drastic changes in the economy or in the market or with interest rates. So taking a look back at those numbers and what they mean for buyers and sellers right now, of course, low inventory is in favor of sellers and their negotiating power. It makes it difficult for buyers to find what they're looking for. Also, with new listings being down, of course, that makes that problem even worse. I do think as we progress through March and April, comparing it to last year, where we started to have the COVID lockdowns, and now we're starting to have things open up, I think we're going to see a drastic increase compared to last year in the number of new listings and the number of closings. And I still think average sale prices are going to rise, and I still think days on market is going to be very low. It might tick up a little bit, which isn't going to affect sellers too much because they're already selling a lot of times faster than they even want to. So that'll give them a little bit of breathing room as well. Last year, around mid-March, early April, we started to see 30-40% drops in the number of new listings in response to all the COVID lockdowns. Nobody knew how long it was going to last. They didn't know that it was going to go for a year. So everybody's just kind of stopped for a minute. So again, I think new listings will start to go up here as we progress through March and April. So in summary, it's very much still a seller's market. If you're thinking about selling your home, like I teased at the beginning of this video, I'm going to share with you the truth about selling your home, and it's something that agents don't want you to know about, but it's also something that agents don't even know about themselves. So it's kind of a two-part thing here. So the truth about selling your home is that the vast majority, if not all agents, when they sell your home, they're typically doing what I call the post and pray method. Okay, now I believe in miracles, okay? I'm a man of faith, but I believe also as a professional in the real estate industry, as a professional marketer, that my clients deserve more than just posting their listing on Zillow and other consumer sites and in the MLS and simply praying for showings and offers to come in. Now, truth be told, that has worked for first-time buyer price point homes. If you're at $250,000, maybe even $300,000 or less, depending on what area you're in, you can do the post and pray method, and it works very well because the market is extremely hot right now. Inventory is extremely low. Buyer demand is very high because interest rates are very low. So that can work for a time for certain houses. But if you have a higher end home, it's a higher price point, or even just a unique property, maybe it's on acreage or in a specific type of community or has unique features, in order to get top dollar for your home, not just to sell it to somebody, but to sell it to somebody who's willing to pay top dollar, you need to do more than the traditional post and pray method, and you need to work on what's called target marketing. And this is not new to marketing in general, but it's new to real estate agents, and in fact it's never really been used by agents that I've heard of. Of course, I could be mistaken, there could be an exception there, but what I do for my clients, which is unique, is a target marketing approach, which means that in addition to the general marketing that we're doing to get your listing out to the masses, we're also targeting the most opportune buyers. Now, those are the people that are most willing to pay absolute top dollar for your home. And the reason that they're willing to do that is because the features of your home match their needs perfectly. So for example, if you have a 2-story home, you have a 2-car garage, you have a fenced-in yard, you're in a desirable school district, you might have a study or a den on the first floor. You're looking for a family that has school-aged children. Maybe they have a dog, that's why they like the fenced-in backyard. They probably own 2 or more cars. They may even work from home, so they like the office that you have. And you also want to go after those that have the right income. So about 1/3 of the price of your home is the household income they have to have on an annual basis. If they have less than that, they probably can't afford it. If they're making more than that, they're probably going to buy a more expensive house. You also want to target market those that have a credit score of 620 or higher, because those are the ones that can do a conventional loan, which is much better than going with an FHA loan. So all of those characteristics I build into what's called a buyer profile, and then I actually go out to a marketing list broker and I get the names, the email addresses, the mailing addresses, the phone numbers, the names of all these people that meet these characteristics of this buyer profile, and then I actually buy that list, and then I market to them through Facebook ads, and I also market to them through postcards. And so in addition to just posting on the consumer sites in Zillow and praying for showings and offers, we're actually proactively target marketing the people that are most interested in the features of your home and therefore most willing to pay you absolute top dollar. Now, this is a pretty unique approach, a very unique approach, a pretty complicated approach. So in order for you to learn more about it, rather than going through this all right now, I put a link in the description there. You can click on that link, it goes to my website. There's nothing being sold there. I'm not going to try to twist your arm and get you to fill out a contact form or anything like that. This is purely educational. Take a look at a different approach. Again, if you're at a higher price point than the typical first-time buyer price point, or if you're just interested in learning more how to do this, I don't try to sell you on working with me exclusively on this. I actually educate you on how you could do this on your own if you want to do that. Now, for sale by owner is not for everybody, but some people want to do that, so I'm providing some education there as well. Again, this approach, the target marketing approach, is going to guarantee that you get top dollar for your home versus the typical traditional agent approach, which is the post and pray method. Now, of course, they don't call it that because it doesn't sound good, but that's essentially what it is. So if you have any questions about that, you can certainly send me a private message, but go ahead and click on the link in the description and check that out and let me know what you think. Hopefully this information and the market news has been helpful to you guys. I do the market news every Friday, and I do buyer and seller tips every Tuesday as well. Go ahead and like the post if you like what I'm sending. You can follow my business page and turn on notifications. Feel free to comment and tell me what you think about this particular post. And if you have any topics that you'd like me to cover that I haven't covered in the past, go ahead and feel free to write those in the comments as well. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. It's simply my name, Patrick Grosser Cincinnati Realtor. I put on informational videos on there as well that are more in length as well. So if you're interested in binge watching some relevant information on how to buy or sell in the Cincinnati real estate market right now, go ahead and check that out as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.